This is the worldwide rally for freedom in Hawaii. Each individual, one by one, deserves their freedom.
I'm gonna do some interviews, but so I get off footage of the audio first. Hello? I'm gonna get some interviews. You guys want them? Just getting video footage.
From knowing about our First Amendment rights, all our constitutional rights, and to really introduce the idea of some kind of reality of persecution or intimidation that has been foreign to America. So I would say that the CCP has been purchasing psychological as well as physical real estate in this country, and it's for the great advantage of waking people up, because it's time for everybody to take notice, sit up. And the thing is, once you get your opinion about being right, if it's in a political sense, whether it's Republican or Democrat, is the first thing you got to do is get off your high horse of self-righteousness, and you've got to get in a middle ground and say, this is for all of us. We got to take the charge off emotionally, so we don't get everybody else emotionally, because once you get emotionally riled up, you're not hearing or listening anymore.
So true.
So that's about the completion of that point. But anyway, I just nixed it.
So
now.
yeah, I just want to recap really quickly because we started filming a little bit late. My understanding of what you're saying is that journalism in general, the media has lost their way journalistically, and they're not really looking for truth. They're just looking to push a narrative or narratives. Is that right? Like that was the beginning part?
Yeah, well, the media that's on television, all the networks that are owned by, they have owners that have bought and paid for their notoriety and their opinion, because they're placeholders, because we used to have genuine journalism in this country.
Integrity.
But we've had a gradual infestation of some communist politics in this country, and it's a fascist situation that we're dealing with here. And so the only people that are reporting are independent reporters, and there's where the truth is showing up. So these news stations have to be dismantled. They've been very much compromised. A lot of them have been pretty much compromised by the Jeffrey Epsteins and people like that.
I've met yet another patriot here. Roy, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and what you think?
Sure, I'm a doctor, and I'm being forced to shut my mouth, but I'm not shutting my mouth. I'm being censored. Every patient that comes in, I tell them, you don't have to wear a mask for me. And I ask the patient, and this is shocking, I'll ask them, the average patient, I'll say, well, John, maybe he's 40 years old. I say, what's your chances of survival? And you know what they say? You know what the average patient says?
What do they say, Roy?
60%, 70%. They think they have a 70% chance to survive. I tell them they're 99.9. But this is what we're dealing with. We are dealing with people who are listening to the media and not reading They're not studying, so I give them handouts. And that's the best thing we can do. Is they think that they got 60% chance of survival, and I tell them 99.9, and they're aghast. So this is what we're up against in that little thing. And then
fear is the real killer.
fear is.
You're right.
Fear and misinformation, believing the media. And the media told us that Hawaii became a state in 1959. I got here and found that it was stolen.
Yeah, I found that out too when I went to the Bishop Museum in Honolulu. I didn't know.
No.
Yeah, they didn't teach us that in school.
No. And then Kennedy got shot when I was, I don't know, 14 years old, and he got shot by Oswald. I found that, no, he got taken out by the state.
Right.
So when does the media ever tell the truth? The Vietnam War was going to end terrorism. War never stopped. There was non-stop war. Another lie. One lie after another. I'm 72 years old.
Wow, no way.
Yeah, and I've seen this over and
72?
over. Yeah, I've seen this over and over. And I was in the National Guard, Vietnam days, and
thank you for your service.
And my buddies came back from Vietnam and told us this is the formula, the one that you're seeing here. This is the formula that turned a free country into a third world disaster. And it's being used on us. This is formula, it's nothing new. But now it's global. This is a global third world country coming up with complete Gestapo in order. That should be enough for you guys.
Thank you so much, Roy. Thank you so very much.
You're so welcome.
Are with another patriot, Stacy, a mother of 5, and the question is, what kind of world do we want to leave behind to our children, and what do we have to do to ensure that future that we want?
Hello, my name is Stacy. I'm the mother of 5 children. My baby is 11 and my oldest is 25. I've homeschooled for a number of years on and off with my children. One of my daughters chose to go into education and is a teacher now. But I've lived on Maui for 30 years, and I raised my children here to be able to have the freedoms and be able to raise my children to raise my children in an open area and in a very diverse place to live. And I believe as a mother that my job is to leave the world a better place for them and to give them the tools that they need to be able to raise their family with. So I have to leave my legacy, and I'm here today. My other 2 children are over at the mall right now with my husband, and they're wearing masks in the mall. And I told them, I says, if you want to come. And my 11-year-old was wanting to maybe come, and I says, and if you want to wear a mask, whatever makes you feel comfortable. But they're over there, and I am just here, and I hopped out and joined the rally after watching my kids' soccer game and said I found my people. And it's just because I feel so isolated, not having people that doubt certain things. That I'm a Christian, and as a mother, I'm always a staunch defendant and feel like I've always been a warrior for them, a spiritual warrior. And now that it's, not so much about spirit, it is spiritual, but I'm finding that I'm having to get active within the government and to make my voice heard. I still have to dedicate my full time to my children at home, but I'm trying to balance and find out how I can still make a difference in the community and be able to focus my attention at home. But I'm here today and I'm thankful, and I hope to be able to go to the Sunday group gatherings because we're not able to go to church but once a month. So hopefully I can go down to Kihei. That's it, I think.
Thank you very much, Stacy, for sharing. Yeah, I don't want to be here either. This is a lot of work and I'm tired. But yeah, we do Sunday Cam 3 at 3. We have lollipops so that we don't have to wear muzzles. And yeah, if you want to come down and hang out with us and not feel alone anymore, then come down to Cam 3, 3 o'clock, Kihei, Sundays. Thank you. Thank you again.
Yep.
It's time to meet the one, the only Robin Hill. Tell us about you.
Aloha, my name's Robin Hill. I'm the co-founder of the Save Earth.
Wow.
I guess some people want to save Earth. I like it. So I'm out here today to stand stand up for rights, human rights. That's what the Save Earth One movement is all about. And today, children's rights everywhere are being eviscerated. Some people think that this has to do with science. Some people think it has to do with some mistakes. This has to do with control. That's all this has to do with. These are Hitler-esque tactics that have not been seen for decades and decades and decades. Let's take the 6-foot rule. 6-foot rule, no basis in science, but right out of arm's reach. Psychologically brilliant and evil. Here's a few facts. Way back, before everything started to shut down, the CDC and World Health Organization went on a hiring spree, a quarantine hiring spree, 4 months before anything hit the papers. In addition, the vaccine and the contact tracing is a 060606. Now, let's just be real for a second. People knew, and people knew what was going on. And this entire situation has very little to do with human health and everything to do with the technocratic control designed to put children of God on their backs in all 4 corners so that the few can control the many. And here is where it stops.
You heard it first here in Maui.